Hey everyone, welcome to the Withering Effect, episode 46, and today's date is May 25th, 2020, or Memorial Day in the United States, and I am DuDs, or DuDs versus known to the rest of the interwebs.
And I'm Jimbo. You may know me as Jimbo Slice 23. So how's your week been so far, DuDs?
Minecraft-wise, it's been absolutely abysmal. I finished Jedi Fallen Order, so I'm back into playing some Minecraft, and I've been working on an episode. I'm about halfway through the episode now, but the struggles for creative building is just massive right now, and it's not burnout, because I want to play the game, I want to be active and stuff, but trying to make anything look good has just been a struggle for me. It's not coming to mind as easy as it normally does. I had a live stream on Saturday where I built a cactus farm that I think looks really good, but it's an idea I've had in my head for months, so I wasn't too worried about that build. But I'm trying to build the storage house for my slime farm, and I mean, I can't think of anything that'll look correct. My first idea, which I thought was a brilliant idea, doesn't really work for the scale. Now, if I wanted to build really big, it would probably work and look just fine, and it wouldn't be a problem. But it's not really working out that well, so I don't know what I'm gonna do. I had another idea on stream about working on a different location on my island, but when I started that wasn't working out too well either. I think part of the problem is my mind is on Ripple Season 3 right now, because I've got some really cool ideas I want to work on there.
Mm-hmm.
And so my mind's not where it should be, and it's hurting me a little bit, so I don't know. I'm not going to force anything. I've always said my own survival is kind of an off-season project, and I wasn't going to be forcing episodes out, kind of like I do the other stuff. And for the first 9 or so weeks, I was on a weekly basis putting videos out, and for the last 2 weeks, or not last 2 weeks, the last 2 episodes, it's one every 2 weeks that have been popping out. But yeah, I don't know. I'm just gonna I don't want to say chill out, but that's kind of it. I don't want to overthink it, and I don't want to stress myself out about it. I'm just gonna play Minecraft, and hopefully it turns out that I get some creative stuff flowing back again. So
yeah. And speaking of Ripple 3, we did have a little release of our skins on our Patreon announcement. So you can get our new skins there. Looking pretty good.
I'm still tweaking my skin.
I saw.
Yeah.
Still not sure.
I'm still not 100% sure. I guess I'll put something up in public after this gets posted. It's basically the eyes. So
yeah,
I basically created these eyes specifically for a joke, and it feels a little off. So I don't know if I want to keep them. I've been messing with the eyes and stuff, and I've got a couple different options, but I'll wait till the episode post, and then I'll post what I've been working with, and I guess I'll let you guys decide which one looks better.
Okay.
Basically, the skin was designed so I could play with facial expressions. So
okay.
There's a little heads up, because Ripple Season 3 is going to be a lot different than what I've been used to recording. I shouldn't say a lot different. There's going to be at least 1 or 2 segments in the episode that's going to be completely different than what I'm used to doing. So I want to be able to have extreme flexibility in my ideas.
Yeah,
I just said so 5 times in a row. I'm really sorry.
We all understand, but Ripple 3 won't be out until this new update. And speaking of the new update, I have 3 days? What is it?
Till you can win? Yep.
Thursday? I need it to release before Thursday, which you're listening to this Wednesday.
So you have 1 day.
Yeah, I'm screwed. It's okay. I'll start mining diamonds when we get there. No big deal.
Well, here's the thing. We're still on snapshots. I was thinking by now we'd at least be on pre-releases.
Yeah. That's what I was thinking.
I almost have a feeling there's only going to be 1 or 2 pre-releases, and then it's just going to release, because I think they're going through so many bug fixes with every snapshot. The last couple of snapshots have added a bunch of stuff, but they've been mainly you look at this bug fixed list at the end of every snapshot thing, and it's a long list they've been putting out, so maybe it won't be too bad. but the last couple of releases have been kind of buggy, so I don't know.
And what sucks is King B Dogs told us when it was going to be released last time, but we got interrupted. So
I know, right?
And
Creepers, man.
I couldn't remember what he said. So yeah, we're in the same boat again, but it's whatever.
Yeah. You're definitely not going to win this one, though.
Yeah, I'm definitely out of it.
Even like that was supposed to be trash talking, and then you look at the time and date, and you're like, oh yeah, no, it's probably the truth this time.
Yeah, yeah, it's starting to get real. But this week I went and finished my video for my PC upgrade. Finally, time. Yes, I am recording right now on a new PC, and everything's running fine. Everything's running smooth. Couple issues is I have the Windows watermark at the bottom part of my screen. I have Windows, yeah, and it even said if you put new pieces in there, it might not recognize it. Just click here if you recently got new parts, and I click there, and it led me down this, I need your email and password. This is not your email. Oh, this is your email. We're going to send you a code. It did not come to my email, so I'm in that situation trying to get my Windows activated so I can personalize it a little bit. Everything's
Bill,
still the same.
Done, Bill?
I do not know. But besides that, I did a little benchmark with it, and I didn't get the results I was hoping for. I got really results with the Ryzen 5. The Ryzen 7 results weren't even as good as those when I initially did that one. So I don't know if I did something wrong. You'll see the video. It'll be up tomorrow in my time. Right now, well, it's Wednesday for you. It will be released yesterday. So if you've seen that video, yeah, let me know if there's something I did wrong, or maybe computer takes a few days to really get going. Maybe I should benchmark it now, but that's I didn't get the best results with the benchmark. But I do want to mention it's a 11.5-minute video. It took 17 minutes and 50 seconds to render it. Yeah. So that's good.
The only things I could think of is, one, for some reason, your RAM settings, because it's a Ryzen CPU, they rely heavily on fast RAM. You have fast RAM on there, but maybe the motherboard settings drop the speed back. That can cause something like that. The new Ryzen chips do get a little hot, so I don't know if you were already thermal overloading it. I really doubt it, but that's always an option too.
Yeah. Yeah, you'll be able to tell with the video.
Yeah, maybe your Ryzen 5 was already overclocked from the get-go.
Well, that's the thing. I overclocked it. I didn't overclock the 7, but I don't.
That's probably why.
Yeah, I don't have a beefy power supply. It's a 600 bronze, 80 plus power supply, which is good, great for the Ryzen 5. I don't know if it's going to be able to push the Ryzen 7 overclock. So I just want to make sure I'm able to overclock before I do that. Don't want to break anything.
Yeah.
But besides the PC's running great. I even streamed. I did a little Apex Legends go around. I was getting over 100 frames, so that's
when
a plus.
When did you stream? Because I didn't get any notifications you streamed.
No, I was recording. Sorry. I was trying to record something, see how it showed up and everything. Didn't stream yet. I will be streaming. I want to put this thing to the test, so look out for that. I don't know when. Odds are I might give you an hour notice.
Okay.
That's all you're going to get, about an hour notice. But besides that, my wife wanted me to ask the audience for a name for the puppy. We are getting a male golden retriever puppy, and we need a name. And I was going to ask the audience, see what they can come up with. She has 2 names picked out right now. It's Harley and Simba. But she wants me to keep asking. We don't have the puppy yet. So trust me, as soon as we get it, I'll be posting pictures. But yeah, if you guys can come up with some cool names, throw them out there. I'd like to hear them. Gerald's one. I'll run that by her. Probably not going to go too far.
No. My new thing with dogs is just to give them old people names.
Yeah.
Gerald works.
My favorite dog at the Greyhound farm, his name was Carl. Yeah. Like no joke. His name was Carl. And I could just yell at him, Carl, it's just fun to say,
Man, Carl's now got to bleep that. This isn't the half stack. You can't be saying stuff
like that. Yeah. Sorry, Carl. Yeah, his name was at the end of that swear word. Not a bad one, by the way, but still not
bad
allowed.
Enough.
Enough. Well.
Yeah. All right, so should we move on to the news?
Yeah, that's all I got.
Awesome. So we had Snapshot 20W21A. This one was kind of a biggie. I say that, but it wasn't at the same time. New features added were the ability to toggle redstone wire between the cross and the dot. If you guys remember last week, they mentioned that the redstone dot was going away, and now the cross was going to be the standard look. Seems like they've kind of changed that. We'll talk about that a little bit more in a second. They've added the import-export world settings functionality. Yay. I've missed that greatly. And they've added a new disable multiplayer command line option. When used, multiplayer button is disabled. Not really sure what that's going to be. Added new disable chat command line option. When used, receiving and sending online chat is disabled. I think that's already just like a setting in the game anyways, because when I'm doing time lapses or recording something, I don't want chat to pop on, where I'll go and I'll disable chat anyways. So
I need to know how to do that. Didn't know I could do that. Probably very useful for recording.
Yeah. Let's go back to the redstone toggle.
Yeah.
So the cross is going to power everything, like down below it, one block above it, and the four sides.
Yeah, geez.
So I think it's like 6 blocks in total that it's going to power, and then the dot is only going to power what it's on. I think I don't even know if it's going to power what's above it.
I don't believe that might be something to look at though. But yeah, as far as I know, it's just powering the block that's below it.
I don't know why I keep saying above it. I don't think anything can power vertically like that. So I don't know why I was saying that.
Just a torch. It would pretty much replace a torch in that case.
Yeah.
But I think it's a cool feature. I'd never think of them changing redstone that way. I mean, considering it's just for a dot, you can't, if you make a line, you can't change that line to put a dot in the middle. You know, that line's going to be a line. You can only change the state of the redstone as a dot.
Yeah. In its entirety right now, I don't think it's a huge change. I think it's a very cool change for what it can be. And I'm thinking about repeaters in this way. Not so much that you can extend power signals, but whenever you have 2 redstone lines near each other that you don't want to interact, I normally throw a repeater down or something, right? Because that kind of keeps the redstone lines from crossing. Now imagine if you had 2 redstone lines near each other, but you could toggle it from doing the cross to maybe a straight connecting line now.
Yeah.
So maybe instead of just a dot and a cross, you now have a dot, a cross, and then a line. And then depending on which way you face it, that's the way the line would point. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know.
It's an idea. In itself, I don't think it's a huge difference. I don't think it's going to break anything. If anything, it might help a little bit. But the greater implications in the future is what I'm excited for.
Yeah. The original cross change would have broke a lot of things. So the good news is, because it's toggleable, it's not going to break anything, shouldn't break anything. But yeah, I don't mind the change, but I yet to play with it.
So if we get into changes in the snapshot, we have piglins no longer walk around when admiring gold. If you hurt a piglin while it's admiring an ingot will now disappear, so no getting it back. Increase the chances of ores to generate in the basalt deltas to balance against reduced amount of netherrack in this biome. Makes perfect sense.
Yep.
Lily pads are now considered junk fishing loot rather than treasure. Oh, thank the Lord.
Yeah, right.
And then updated logos for Mojang Studios and Minecraft. We have a little bit more on that later. And then temporarily removed structure settings from flat level preset strings. I have no clue what that means, but it sounds very important. So hopefully people who understand that can let us know later.
Yeah, I'm not too familiar with that either. I did get to see the new logo, though. It's pretty neat. Kind of looks like Nintendo-y a little bit.
The only thing I've got to say about it is it's a very round logo for a very blocky game company.
Yeah, there's like pieces of round cut out of it. I noticed that.
What about you, Jimbo? What news you got?
We have some custom world news. They added experimental support to new custom worlds. Edit world screen now has an option to export world settings to a JSON file. During world creation, you can import previously exported world settings. A bunch of new parameters are exposed, but marked as experimental, meaning you can play with them, but there is no guarantee that any of them will continue working, even in the next snapshot. Buffet world can no longer be created from server properties. Flat level settings changed a bit. Better support for custom world creation on a server is coming soon. That's good.
Yeah, custom world creation is something I've really missed. So your first season on Commicraft was the last season of Commicraft, and me and Bank, when we had come up with the world, we had played on the Discworld before that, and it was such a beautifully designed world. The only problem was it was a beautifully designed world. No one wanted to tear it apart. We ended up having a mine world that you would have to travel to if you just wanted to rip up tons of terrain. So if you needed a bunch of sand, the rule was you don't dig out Discworld. It was you go to Spawn Town and there'll be a portal and that'll teleport you to just a normally generated Minecraft world where we had all biomes really close. So you could go dig sand, you could get terracotta, you could chop down trees, you could do all that stuff. Save the world.
Yeah. So you're getting extra items, but you still got to work for it. So
right.
You still got to work for it. That's the main thing that makes it a little uncheaty, is the fact that you got to work for it still. That's an interesting idea. Never thought about it like that.
When we went to the next season of Commicraft, the final one, we wanted it to be more vanilla, not so much multiple worlds, because that did break every once in a while, and it was a pain to fix. So we ended up coming up with some figures. Well, it was mainly Bank playing with terrain generation because we wanted more natural looking mountains instead of just sheer cliff faces all over the place. And I think we did a really good job of coming up with some parameters that made everything look really nice. And the fact that that got taken away for a little while kind of stinks, because I'd love to be able to play with that again.
Yeah, I never really had the opportunity to play with it, so...
Yeah, but see, you played that last season of Commicraft. Could you tell that it was a custom world and wasn't vanilla?
Well, now that I think about it, sorta. I mean, the spawn town was custom created.
Everything. We changed the procedurally generated code, so it's like, hey, when you're going to spawn this mountain biome, we want the base of mountains, instead of being at like Y65, it would be like a Y60 or something. We'd create gradual slopes using parameters and stuff.
Okay.
So
it
wasn't
like
a hard line.
Yeah. In my head, I see Spawn Town, and it does look nice. I always liked the way everything was made in Spawn Town, just the terrain, let alone the building. But yeah, I can actually, now that I picture it, it does look a little different.
It made it nice too, because we were a public server. So I had found in the past with having like Discworld or playing on a standard vanilla, once people got the seed, they would just open it up in a normal world and go into spectator mode, fly around, find all the dungeons, find all the diamonds, and kind of write the codes or coordinates down and cheat mode it when they got into survival again. Well, when you change these parameters, you could have the seed, but you try to put that in vanilla and it doesn't generate the same. So, there may be a dungeon at these coordinates on your world, but on this world, there may be like 100 blocks in the opposite direction.
That's good.
Yeah. So it was a good way to fight people who were just trying to hoard stuff for no reason. I never understood why they did that, but it was a nice little tool, I should say, that we didn't have to worry about. Just kind of always there.
Yeah, definitely.
But if you're done with your news, I have something from friend of the show, King B Dogs. I think we can say that now.
Great friend. I think we're best friends.
We're best friends.
We're best friends now. Okay, good.
I wouldn't go that far, but if you want to say that, sure, Jimbo. We'll let you say that.
Yeah. Hey, King B Dog, my good friend. All right, go ahead. Sorry.
Okay. He retweeted a post saying, starting June 6th, we are excited to present Love Weekends, a live stream series happening each weekend for the next few months. Watch your favorite creators play, learn about issues facing our planet over at Love Tropics on twitch.tv. So that'll be something interesting to look at. We don't really know what it's about, but I'm going to kind of keep an eye on this, and we'll keep you guys informed what it's about, because it looks like it could be fun.
Yeah, and it mentions, your favorite creators, so I'm just curious at, who or how they're reaching out to perform these streams. And it says over at Love Tropics on Twitch TV. Yeah. Is that like a certain channel that streamers would go to?
Yeah, I think it's a channel.
Yeah, so you probably wouldn't see it on like a Korean stream or anything. It'd be on the Love Tropics specifically. They would bring in streamers. Okay.
We saw this tweet literally like 5 minutes before we started recording.
Yeah.
So we don't know a ton about it, but we wanted to cause you guys aren't going to hear us for another week, so we wanted to at least mention it. So you guys can kind of keep an eye on that too.
Yeah, what you read is all we know. That's it.
It's all we know.
Wasn't too much more to elaborate on.
Yeah, but hearing all the stuff King B-Dogs does for charity and stuff, it'd be cool to see what this is going to be about.
Yeah, definitely.
Should we go ahead and jump into some listener comments?
Yeah.
All right, so this comment's from J-Man. He goes, will you guys talk about Pac-Man coming to Minecraft in the next episode? A video about it is on the official Mojang YouTube channel. And we watched the video, and we're going to talk about it.
Yeah.
You got some stuff to talk about, Jimbo.
Yeah, there's 3 things I've noted here. 3 notes, not just one. There are 10 levels available, but you can have the option to make your own level. So any Pac-Man level you want to make, you can go ahead and do that. You can unlock new power-ups like laser or TNT. Not too sure what that's about, but it sounds cool. Lasers and TNT. And the creepers involved chasing you somehow. I saw a picture of, there's 4 of the regular ghosts from Pac-Man. There's like Inky, Blinky, Pinky, and Clyde, I think it is. Great names. And then in the back, there's this green one. It looks like a creeper. So I don't know if he will be one of the 5 now, or if he has a different ability.
I don't know. I just watched the teaser trailer. It looks cool. It definitely looks like your standard Pac-Man game, but in a different kind of perspective. And everyone likes Pac-Man, right? So that's very cool of them. It's definitely a nice way to celebrate Pac-Man's 40th anniversary right at Mojang's 11th birthday.
Yeah, never thought of it like that.
Yeah. And like I said, you could create your own level if you're tired of playing the 10 levels they give you. It is multiplayer, so you can play with a friend also on the same level. So that's very cool.
It is
also just for Bedrock, right?
Yeah,
I didn't see anything about Java.
You can get it in the marketplace. It does cost like the Bitcoins or the bits.
Minecraft coins. Yeah, I never knew what those are called. I don't either.
Didn't play much Bedrock, but yeah, you got to have some Minecraft coins to purchase that.
Yeah, and I know a lot of people want us to talk more about the Bedrock version. We don't normally keep track of the Bedrock version because that's the version we don't play. But asking listener comments like that is a great way to get us to talk about it, because we will see your comments and we will try to fit them in the show. We don't know if anything big comes to Bedrock unless a larger YouTuber covers them that we personally know. So if we're missing stuff you want us to talk about, definitely jump in the Discord and just put it in the questions and suggestions section. Or if you don't want to join the Discord, if that's not your thing, you can tweet us, because we're always around our Twitters and stuff too.
Yeah, just don't email me. I have a lot of unread emails.
Are you jumping on the Chris Pratt train of unread emails?
I don't know what that is. I might have started that train. Chris Pratt jumping on the Jimbo train. That's what happened.
I don't know. I think he had something like 65,000 unread emails or something like that.
Oh, wow. Yeah, he's got me beat. But it is nice to hear everyone's comments on things that we're not familiar with. I mean, we don't usually go out and look for Bedrock updates or whatever, but if you let us know there's an update that you would like us to talk about, by any means. Good.
We both did make sure when Bedrock was free for the Java players, we both made sure to pick it up. So if there's something we need to go and test out there, we have the ability to do it.
Yeah.
It's just, it's not our first pick to play, and if it's mainly a Java update, that's what we're going to try to focus.
Yeah.
Talking about Discord, let's go ahead and get to our Discord ad, which from YDYT this week. Thanks, YD.
Hey everyone, I'm YDYT and I'm a member of the Withering Effect Discord. It's a great place to hang out with fellow listeners like me and the people who work on the show. So join today and let's discuss the game we love. There are links in the show notes.
Alright, again, thank you YDYT for doing the Discord ad.
Yep.
We hope you guys kind of like that. If you want to make Discord ads for us, just let us know. We'll hook you up with a script and everything. It's super easy and kind of fun. We like having you guys do that instead of us just constantly saying the same thing over and over again. So.
Yeah, I did have a honest trailer review that kind of has a Discord ad in there. We were thinking about using for a Discord ad, so you might hear that pop up. It's pretty funny. I don't know if you guys heard it yet.
If you want a sneak peek of it, it's in the May half stack, which is on our Patreon for free. So
yeah.
you can listen to it there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so it's time for Block of the Week. It's starting to get aggressive in Block of the Week.
It's getting a little crazy out there.
I know, man. I don't even know how close it was this week.
It was so close. People were bringing in reinforcements to help their block win, which it was really close, but we do have a winner.
Yeah. So this week, we asked you guys to vote for either a jack-o'-lantern, fletching table, and cake.
And the winner this week is... Cake. Congratulations, Cake.
Kind of hoped Cake would win.
Yeah, it was in a neck-and-neck race with the fletching table. Which is understandable. Fletching table could use adjustments.
You guys might hear a little bit of clicking. I want to see how close the voting was this week. So, Jack-o'-lantern got 4 votes, fletching table got 16 votes, and Cake got 17 votes. That's how close it was this week.
Yeah. And I went on there just to be funny and voted for Jack-o'-lantern. Because I don't get to vote. I don't get to vote. And that was my only chance to not matter when it voted. Not change the outcome.
I tried to vote last week and I got called out for it.
Oh, can't.
It's like,
can't.
Man,
they're on it. They're on the block of the week.
I know. I had such good ideas for that block, though.
Yeah, we had Team Cake and Team Fletching Table. It was a madhouse in there. It's a lot of fun, though. I suggest you guys get involved because it's pretty funny. We have some good times with the block of the week.
I'm going to have to get a hashtag Team Cake shirt now. I'm on Team Cake.
Yeah, me too. You know, I'm glad Cake won. I have some things about the cake that I've wrote down here.
Go for it.
Once it is placed, it cannot be picked back up, not even with silk touch. Yep, cake is there. It's going to rot there unless you eat it. It's crafted with 3 milk buckets, 3 pieces of wheat, 2 sugar, and 1 egg. It cannot be eaten out of your hot bar. There's 7 slices to a cake, which restores 2 hunger per slice. When connected to a comparator, cake gives a signal strength of 14. That's each slice gives you 2 redstone strengths. And this one was on there too. I thought was interesting. Pandas move towards a dropped cake to pick it up and eat it.
I did not know that.
Me neither. That's why I put it in there. Thought that was neat. I don't know if anyone's ever tried it. I've never seen it. Maybe I missed the update on it or whatever, but never heard of it either. So curious to hear if anyone's ever tried that.
Those pandas, little cake bandits.
Yeah, they want your cake and eat it too.
Okay, so now is the time where we try to enhance the block. And honestly, all 3 of the blocks were hard to enhance. I know people were wanting the fletching table because it doesn't have any abilities right now. So it kind of made sense for us to make some abilities for it. But honestly, that makes it even harder for us to come up with something that would enhance a block that already doesn't do anything other than look pretty. So that's why I was kind of glad Cake won, because Cake does something, and now we can actually improve on something that does something.
Fletching table, you're kind of guessing what they're going to do.
Obviously, it's just going to be used to make arrows.
Yeah, odds are.
No,
different arrows.
I think you're going to be able to make tipped arrows a lot easier with fletching table.
That's what I figured.
So you guys got a little bit of block of the week for the fletching table since it was such a close vote. But let's get on to Cake.
Cake, I don't have much for Cake, just to start.
You know what? Yeah, let's do your improvement for Cake.
Well, I don't have an improvement, but just an idea. I saw it thrown out in the Discord, and that is a chocolate cake. where you can have your cake, add some cocoa beans. I don't know if there's another flavor out there you can make cake from, but the cake is already so versatile. It has so many different ways it could be used, and it's so different to where I couldn't really come up with anything besides, different kinds of cake.
Yeah. I mean, think about it. If you take the 2 sugar out and replace it with 2 cocoa beans, maybe instead of a white topped cake, it gives you a brown topped cake.
Yeah. Yep. Exactly.
That's pretty cool. The one thing off the top of my head, is the ability to pick it up with Silk Touch. I'd really like that. I think it would be very cool if you set it down, you ate a couple slices, and you picked it back up. Maybe the item icon changes, kind of clock looking, so you can see the amount of pieces you've eaten in your hotbar, and allow you to eat it from your hotbar, so you don't have to constantly put it down to eat it.
Yeah, because there are Debbie cakes. Debbie cakes can go in your pocket, so it can be done.
I think that would be right there, great improvement to cake. It would make cake an actual food source, or a reliable food source. Not a great food source, but a reliable food source.
Yeah.
My big improvement I really want is, so cake's the one food you can physically place down, right?
Yeah.
To me, the most powerful potion in the game is a splash potion.
Okay.
There might be some people who disagree, because you don't get the full effect sometimes if you splash in the wrong area. But the fact that you can have lingering and all that kind of stuff, it makes splash potions so versatile. So I call that powerful. When you have more versatility, it's powerful. So my improvement is, you can take a splash potion of anything, hit the cake with it when you set it down, and now that cake holds the properties of the potion. So if you don't want 8 minutes of a potion, you hit the splash potion on the cake, and maybe every bite you get just little snippets of this potion. Maybe you only get like a minute worth or whatever, but now you have a minute worth for 7 slices.
Yeah, I like that.
Could be cool.
Yeah, it just saturates into the cake, the potion. Or maybe you can craft it with the potion inside of it. Something.
Not sure. But I'm going to use cake as a segue for Mojang Studios' 11th birthday. Well, I should really say first birthday now, because they've obviously changed. They're no longer just Mojang. And we found out it is Mojang, so I've been saying it wrong for forever.
I knew it.
So they are Mojang Studios. And they came with a full-on remodel of their logo and stuff. We talked about that. It's a little curvy for a blocky game.
Yeah.
But they're doing a lot of different stuff now. Like, they've got a full-on, like, movie coming, kind of like Lego Movie. So that'll be interesting to see. They're obviously branching off into different games. Our main topic this week is going to be dungeons. So you've got that to talk about. They got a lot of stuff happening, so I'm excited to see it. I'm more excited. The thing I'm most excited about is the fact that when you start Minecraft, the loading screen is no longer a blaring white screen. It's going to be the softer red screen.
Yeah, that's right.
I got so over that white screen. When they first showed that white loading screen, I went, oh man, that is so clean and classic. It looks awesome. And then I realized I play in a dimly lit room. So when I start the game, it just burns my eye sockets.
Yeah, I'm in the same situation. It's pretty dark down here. And when I start it up, I can't look at the screen because it is pretty white. But before we move on from cake, I want to ask you what your favorite cake is.
Oh, yeah. And this is where I'm going to disappoint you.
Okay.
I don't like cake.
You don't like cake at all?
Not really.
Oh, what about the Little Debbie cakes? Little Debbie. Oh.
They're okay. It's the icing that comes on cakes I don't really like that much.
Yeah.
So, like, my favorite donut is an unglazed donut.
Wow, that's strange.
I don't like icing or anything like that. So, normally, like, when it comes to birthdays, my birthday cake is usually a cookie cake, or I go with a pie. I'm a huge key lime pie fan. I like cheesecake, which to me is more of a pie. It's not really a cake.
That is my favorite cake, cheesecake. But if you want to consider it a pie, Then
I consider cheesecake a pie. I don't consider it a cake.
Okay.
Well, I think they just call it a cheesecake because if you call it a cheese pie, that sounds gross.
That's a good point. I mean, it's in the pie pan. It's got the crust, no icing. Yeah,
it's a pie, man.
I was going to say cheesecake was my favorite kind of cake.
Yeah, I love cheesecake, but it's a pie. It's not a cake to me.
Well, you gained a little bit more respect back because you like the cheesecake, so I'm cool with that.
Yeah, I'm a pie guy, not a cake guy.
All right, yeah, that's all I was going to ask, just because.
All right. You guys in the Discord and comments and stuff, let us know what's your favorite cake, or if you're a pie person instead of a cake person. Totally ruins the hashtag team cake now, doesn't it?
Yeah,
hashtag team pie.
Team pie.
All right, let's get into our main topic, which is dungeons, because that's coming out, well, when the show airs, it'll come out yesterday.
Yeah.
Yeah, so what Dungeons is a procedurally generated dungeon crawler. I'm trying to think of some games you could compare it to. It's like games, but it's more Minecraft than it is those games.
Mm-hmm. It's got the third-person view.
Yeah, it's kind of an up-down perspective. Like you're looking down on a table, but it's angled a little bit.
Yeah.
But Mojang's calling it a all-new action-adventure game coming to PC, Nintendo Switch, PS4, Xbox One, and Xbox Game Pass. To me, the big kind of hype is that it's all procedurally generated, so you're not playing the same level over and over again. They all change a little bit here or there.
Didn't know they changed, actually.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe different routes?
Yeah. Basically, it's a bunch of rooms, and those rooms get moved around. So you'll see rooms you recognize, but they might be in a different location.
Okay, on a different game. Right?
I wouldn't say on a different game. It's still on Dungeons.
Okay.
The problem is we only got to play the beta. We have not played a full release of this game yet, so we don't fully know what's happening with the game.
Yeah, we can only tell you what we know.
Mm-hmm. Which honestly is barely scratching the surface from what I'm seeing. I've been watching some people play it, and yeah. But we wanted to talk about the stuff we liked and disliked from it so far.
Mm-hmm.
These are in no particular order, I want to say.
Yeah.
They're just kind of things. Let's go with our likes. Let's get the good stuff out first. I want to say both me and you have different likes and dislikes for the most part, so we're not going to be talking about the same thing over and over again. You go ahead. What's your likes for Dungeons, Jimbo?
First like I have down is just the look and feel of everything. It's very Minecrafty. You could tell, I mean, if you were to want to create this Dungeons in a Minecraft world, you probably could. There's some things that are a little different, but yeah, it's all Minecraft, man. And that's the first thing I noticed while playing. Just the look and feel was just similar. It was just there.
Mm-hmm. You very much do feel like you're in a Minecraft game in this world, which is perfect. I don't like games that are a completely different style of game where they just kind of put a texture on it and they're like, hey, well, it's part of this game. It's like, no. And while this game is a completely different style of game, but it feels like you're in a Minecraft game. It feels just like it's an extension of Minecraft, not an add-on completely different.
Yes.
It's very hard to explain because it is completely different from Minecraft, but it doesn't feel completely different. I don't know. You guys have to try it.
Do you want me to go to another like?
Let's go ahead and go through all your likes.
Okay. Next I have is the ability to upgrade everything, like any weapon you have or armor. Everything's you're able to upgrade, even your character. Yeah. And I love those style of games where you can customize things and upgrade your character. And that's actually pretty popular in all dungeon type of crawling games. But it's nice to see that implemented with Minecraft. Also have different weapons and enchantments. I love some of the weapons they give you that you don't get in the Minecraft games, and enchantments for those weapons. I'm trying to think of some enchantments, but it's been a while since I've played it. I just know there's some really cool and different ones.
Yeah, I'm trying to think. The big one to me is the firework rocket is obviously more destructive in the game. It's got a nice splash zone, so it does a decent amount of damage spread out. It probably would be overpowered in the regular version of Minecraft to have it that way. But it's the one that's always stuck out because it's one of the first things you get in the game, and it is so useful to clear out tons of mobs at a time.
Yeah. There's that weapon. What is it, like the sickle? Mm-hmm. Man, I can't remember what it does again. It's the only weapon I can think of that's new, but I'm trying to think of its ability.
To me, it was just a faster slashing weapon.
Oh, okay.
So it didn't have as much damage, but you could swing faster, so it technically caused more damage per second.
Okay. Yeah, just little things like that I really like. Mm-hmm. Also, I have the different mobs. It's always great to see different mobs. There are the same mobs, but some are different, and it's good to see.
New fantasy-style mobs are always awesome and are always going to be welcome. Mm-hmm. As much as everyone hates the Phantom, I still like the Phantom because it was different and it was an attempt to try something different. So while it is a very annoying mob, I love the attempt, and I want to see more of that. And seeing them do stuff like this in dungeons, it's like, yeah, maybe that mob worked really well there. Let's try to bring it over here.
Yeah.
So let's go with the my likes.
Okay.
Because they're similar, but they're not. And I loved the look of the characters, such as, what's his name? The King. Why can't I think of his name?
The little pillager guy?
Yeah. I really like that character. The fact that it's a pillager, but he's all kinds of short and dressed differently.
Head's a little wide.
Yeah. It's kind of like the Strider. It's such a stupid looking character. You kind of like it. Other than that, I loved the armor and weapon design. Armors, they look different. They have like the fox armor or the wolf armor.
Yeah, the wolf armor.
I would love to be able to create something like that in Minecraft. I like how it's not just a box that's retextured, because that's what all the armor in Java looks and feels like. It's just a box that's been retextured to look like a different shape. And when you look at the weapons, all the weapons act differently. They don't swing like a sword for everything. You've got the axe, which is a big overhanded weapon that can definitely pick off one guy at a time, but it hits super hard. You got the sickles that use this kind of swiping swing motion that you can kind of spin around in, so they're creating lots of havoc and stuff. I love how it's not the same animation over and over again for all that stuff. There was a lot of effort put into that, and I think it turned out perfect.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, there's so many more weapons that we really even haven't even got to, actually.
But, yeah, because we only got 3 levels really to play through, so...
Yeah, I don't even think we hit double-digit experience between both of us, so we really didn't get too far. But there are, trust me when we say there are a bunch of different weapons. There's a bunch where we can't even think of any.
Yeah, and this is where I get to my number 2 is the loot. The fact that there's just so much different stuff out there, and the fact that you can pick a sword or a bow or an axe off the ground, and it comes with different enchantments that can progress you differently in the game to fit a different play style. I really like that, and I think that's something that should be in the game now. I would love to be able to travel to a sunken ship, open the chest, and instead of getting like a treasure map or a heart of the sea or something like that, give me a sword that has like a random sharpness 9 on it or something like that. Something you can't get in. Yeah, you can't get it in the typical game, so that makes that item rare. And when I lose this item, I'm going to feel much more pain for losing that item than before. So I like that.
Yeah, I like it too. Never really thought of it like that, but that'd be cool.
And the final is the advanced abilities. Going off what you said, I like being able to level up your character different ways, have your own kind of play style. The magic portion of the game was subtle and really nice, and I think could easily be implemented over into the main game. So I'd like to see that.
Yeah.
Let's go ahead and get into dislikes. What are your dislikes, Jimbo?
First one I have here are player skins. There's a limited option. It'd be nice for me to play as me because I have my own Minecraft skin, but I'm unable to do that.
Yeah, that's my number 1 dislike too, is that I can't import my skin from Java, or even if I had a Bedrock skin, there's really no way to get in there. And granted, we were playing on the beta game. I don't know if that's been fixed in the main game, or if it's even an option in the main game, so...
Yeah. My next dislike was something you actually mentioned isn't the case, but the fact that we got to play the same levels over and over. Now you did mention they do switch up, depending on your levels.
They're procedurally generated.
Okay, yeah, because I remember playing the level, so many times, but it's getting harder and harder as you play it. And
well, they got longer and longer too.
Okay, yeah, some of them did, but some of them it seems like they had the same ending. I don't know. Yeah, it might be something I have to look at again.
I think what you would like is more variation in some of the in-between rooms, because obviously they designed certain rooms for certain fights that they can't change. So all those rooms obviously are going to look the same, but the rooms to get to those rooms didn't vary a ton, so you really didn't see the procedurally generated aspects of the game. So maybe have... I don't want to say more varied. I want to say a steeper variation, because I could tell that was happening, but I was looking for it, and I could see where you who wasn't looking for it or weren't looking for it didn't really notice it. So I think the amount of variations were fine. Like if they had 20 different variations of pathways to get to these certain rooms, I think that's fine. I just would like to see a steeper variation between the 20 variations.
Yeah, something to switch it up a little bit more. It seems like I was playing the same level over and over again at first.
But you weren't. That's the weird part.
I know. Yeah. So, maybe some changes there would be nice.
Mm-hmm. My number 2 is the fact that we had to get moved over to a Bedrock launcher, even though our Java launcher has this game put in. I don't know why. And again, maybe it was because we're in a beta. Maybe it was because the key we were given kind of forced us to use a different launcher. Maybe we're just being crazy. But if it does that for everyone, then why have it in the Java launcher? Like, there's a space for it there. It's like, I want to use my regular launcher. It makes more sense.
Yeah, I think it says, doesn't it have the game in that launcher? You just can't access it in the Java launcher?
It puts out like a little ad saying when the game's being released and stuff, and a website where you can go to read more information on it.
Yeah.
This is my biggest dislike I'm going to now. And it's not really anything to do with the game, and I don't even think it's anything to do with Mojang Studios. It's when I saw that they were giving the early release copies out, I got excited. The problem was, none of the Minecraft community I normally watch got the early releases of the game, or at least they weren't playing the early releases of the game, which was very odd to me. I'm watching these Call of Duty streamers really play Minecraft Dungeons because in their stream titles it says it was a gift from Microsoft, not a gift from Mojang or Mojang Studios. So it felt like I had to suffer through these guys who really didn't know Minecraft, who were saying these things that didn't make sense in the terms of how the game worked. Granted, it's a completely different game, but there are some aspects that carry over that help keep it in the same creative world. And I'm just like, no, that would never happen in Minecraft. You can't do that in this game either. So I wasn't sure about that. It just felt weird that your biggest proponent of Minecraft weren't your biggest proponent for Dungeons.
Yeah, I mean, the only thing I could see out of that is if, Minecrafters don't want to play the dungeon style type of game. It is a completely different game. You don't get that creative outlet like you would get in Minecraft. Yeah. So maybe they were just looking for streamers that do like League of Legends or games like that.
Some of the guys I was watching were definitely mainly Call of Duty streamers. And they weren't normal streamers. They would stream like maybe 3 times a year. So you could tell they were only streaming because they were getting paid to stream this game. And I didn't like that. I would rather, like, I don't know, some normal people who normally play Minecraft. And I don't know if it's maybe those people turned it down because, like you said, they want to play regular Minecraft. They don't want to play Dungeons. I kind of doubt that. Maybe it was Microsoft's attempt to get people who aren't normally into Minecraft. I see that as the more likely option. But I also saw it as a turn off, as in, well, I'm a normally Minecraft player. This Minecraft game's not being advertised towards me, so it must not be a game I would like, even though I played it and I have enjoyed it. So that, I don't know. Very, very weird. And again, I don't think it's to Mojang or even the game itself, because I think the game is very fun and should be played. but I don't know. Just the people who were advertising it weren't people I would consider to really know the game well enough to be a good insight. Don't get me wrong, they all were enjoying the game and they thought it was a fun game. That or they were very good actors. But knowing the fact that the game was a fun game, I think they were actually enjoying it, and it probably was a positive advertisement for the game. I just would have liked to have seen more normal Minecrafters do it also.
Yeah, just to get their perspective on it and compare it with the actual game. Now, I did see Logical Geek Boy stream it, and he played it. I don't know if he streamed it or he did have a video. But yeah, the first thing he did was, try to take it all in and the feel of it, the looks of it and stuff. And I thought that was pretty cool. And that
I wasn't known to that. I didn't know he played it. I didn't see anybody I normally watch, and I usually watch Logical Geek Boy. I didn't see these guys playing it, so that's why I was just like, wait, why are COD streamers playing it and not Minecraft community players playing it?
Yeah, that's why it could possibly be a stream where I saw it, but I did know he did play it. I don't think he played it with anyone though.
That just means I probably was wrong, and the time I was watching was just completely off from when everyone else was playing it. So
it did seem random people did get their hands on the pre-release or the early release. We actually got it from a listener from the show, and I don't know of him streaming or doing
that was
any
a
Minecraft
beta key.
content.
That wasn't an early release of the game.
Yeah, it was the beta key.
These guys were playing the full game.
Okay, all right.
Or at least it looked like that. I don't know.
I thought I was playing the game.
I'm completely fine with expanding past the Minecraft community. I would just like to have seen more of the Minecraft community playing it.
Yeah, I agree.
Carl did have one more thing he wanted to hear from us, and it's what we wanted to see from Dungeons. And again, we only played the beta version, so there's a ton of advancements that are going to happen to the game that we may be talking about. But my thing I don't think is going to be in the game, and I want to see fortification. Minecraft's a building game, and I get this was a dungeon crawler, and it wasn't really a building game. But I'd love for you to be able to go to maybe certain parts of the map and click and hold a button, and maybe that puts a couple blocks down so it could cut off a pathway from mobs or something like that. Or maybe you can build a trap or something like that. I would like to see some kind of fortification in the game. I think that would be really cool.
Yeah, I agree with that. Maybe just have some blocks in your inventory that you pick up along the way. Maybe you can't mine them. You just find them and you're able to place them. But you can only place them so high, make it limited to what you can do with it. But yeah, make some kind of block placement available.
Yeah, but if you're good, I think I'm good.
Yeah, one thing I was just thinking about that I really liked is how you can teleport to another player on the map with an ender pearl. I was like, that's cool. Genius. I was like, I'm going to use an ender pearl, and then boom, I appear right next to you because I had an ender pearl. That was cool.
A very underrated, awesome feature.
Yeah, that's great animation. But yeah, that's about it for Dungeons. Like you said, we didn't get too far along. I don't know of anything to improve it or what I want to see because I only got so far. And some things I might want probably already in there. So
we did play through the full beta. That's for sure. It's just the beta was only so long.
Yeah, we only got so far. All right, I'll read us out. If you like the show, you can share it with all your friends and on social media. If you listen on Spotify, follow us, or if you listen on Apple Podcasts, leave us a nice review. Doing any of these really helps the show reach more listeners. If you would like to get in contact with us, send an email to podcast@rippleeffectsmp.com, tweet us, leave a voice message, or join our Discord, where you can have a chat with everyone that works on the show and fellow listeners. All the links are in the show notes.
Yeah, the show has been brought to you by Jimbo and myself, but also our digital producer, Carl. He helps make sure the show ends up where it should be and not in some deep, dark, procedurally generated dungeon. The amazing music you hear in the intro and outro was created by the one and only Decoy. Everybody's social media info can be found down in the show notes. You guys have been awesome. Thank you so much for getting withered with us. You should probably go drink your milk now. Bye.
See you guys.